Right, well we've found the best vision sphere, and we've occluded the left eye, and we've now put the -325, which is the best vision sphere for the right eye, in the back of the trial frame. And we're now going to go through the steps for doing the cross cyl. And to do that, we're going to zoom right in onto the eye so that you can actually see the movements that I'll be doing with the cross cyl in place. So we're going to begin the cross cyl technique, and we're going to first of all assess whether there is astigmatism, and then in which direction is it running. So we're going to offer up the -050 to begin with, the cross cyl, which is -050, and we're going to compare between 90 degrees and 180. So we're going to ask the patient to look at the concentric circles which are on the white target. So we're just going to turn that on. So, and then you ask the patient, do those circles look more round and sharper in position 1 or position 2?
Position 2. Right,
so position 2 is sharper. Okay, so we're comparing between 90 degrees and 180 degrees, and the patient, Alan, has said that he prefers 180.
Yeah, definitely.
We're now going to try oblique position, so we're going to bring the cross cyl down from above, and we're going to compare 45 degrees with 135. So, Alan, if you look at those concentric circles, do they look more round and sharper in position 1 or position 2?
Position 1.
Position 1.
Yeah.
So you like 135.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so we're comparing now 135 and 45 across there, and Alan prefers 135. So we're now going to compare 180 and 135 to see which one is better between those two. So Alan, if you could compare please position 1, which is 180.
Yeah, that's quite good, yeah.
Or position 2, which is 135.
Yeah, one is a bit better.
One is better.
Yeah.
So we're comparing 180 with 135, so I think that his axis would be round about 170 to start with. That will give us the starting point. So we're going to put a -050 cyl in the trial frame, running at 170. So we're going to put that in. Let me just rotate that where I can see it. So there we have the -050 running along 170 degrees. So that's the starting point. We're now going to offer up the cross cyl with oblique meridians to that axis of 170. So to do that, I'm using these white dots to help me see where that position should be. So we're now comparing two positions. Position 1 is there, position 2 is there. The -050 cyl is that direction, in that position, and it's running in that direction, in that position. So Alan, in looking at those circles, which position is better? Do those circles look more round in position 1 or position 2?
Position 2, they're more round, yeah.
Okay. Do it one more time. So we're looking at position 1 or position 2?
Position 2 is slightly better.
Okay. So Alan prefers position 2, where we have the axis in that direction. So we're going to move the cyl axis slightly in that direction. So we're going to move it to let's say 165. Let's make it 160 and just compare again. So we're now going to do the same again. We're going to compare between the two oblique meridians to 160. So we're going to start with position 1 or position 2. So we're comparing. Position 1 is here, position 2 is in that direction. So is position 1 better?
Oh, could you do
Sorry.
It's very close. Very close.
It's very close, is it? Okay, so we're very close to the actual axis direction. So can you tell me if those circles look better with position 1 or position 2?
I'd say position 1, but it's very hard to tell.
Position 1, very, very slightly.
Yeah.
Okay, well we'll move it just a tad, okay, to that position, which is about 158. Okay, so we're just moving it a couple of degrees, and we'll do exactly the same again. Can you tell me whether those axis positions look better? Sorry, can you tell me if those circles look more round and sharp in position 1 or position 2?
Can you do it again, because it's very similar?
Position 1
Yeah.
or position 2?
Well,
no difference.
I really can't tell any difference.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think we've got
Same.
the same axis, which is 158.
Yeah.
If you notice, I'm using these white notches on the cross cyl to help me get that meridian correct over the axis of the cyl. So we've got to a place where there's no difference between two positions, and that means we've arrived at the correct axis position. So now we're going to try a little bit more cylindrical power on top of that, and I think what we'll do, because we've placed an -050 cyl in there, we're going to reduce the best vision sphere to -3. That way we're keeping the disc of least confusion on the retina, and that is keeping it all nicely balanced. Right, so we're now going to change the cross cyl to a -025, because we're just fine-tuning now. We know that we're very, very close to the correct position, the correct prescription. So Alan, if you can compare please between position 1, looking at those circles, or position 2. Now what we're doing in this case is that we are running the power meridian on top of the cyl axis, so we're adding more power to the cyl in that axis. So is it clearer and sharper in position 1? Are they more round, or in position 2?
Position 2 is slightly better.
Right, so Alan doesn't like the additional -025, so we're going to remove that, and I'm going to reduce that down to -025 cyl. Okay, so I think that we've more or less arrived, but we'll just try it one more time. Can you compare between these two positions? And we're going to offer up the -025 along that same direction. Alan, does the circles look clearer and sharper in position 1 or position 2, or no difference?
I'd say no difference.
No difference.
I can't really,
okay, all right.
Yeah, I can't tell a difference.
So there we have it. I think that we have the correct prescription. I'm just going to fine-tune using the Durachrome just to make sure that we have balanced the eyes out on the red and the green. So looking at the targets in the red and the green, Alan, can you tell me if they both look the same?
They are very close to being the same. I think if anything, I'd say the red are very slightly stronger.
Okay.
But it's very marginal.
It's very slight. Okay, if I offer up -025 on top.
Oh, the greens have gone
right.
stronger now.
Okay, so I think we'll keep the minus away so that we don't induce any accommodation, and I think that we've achieved that correct prescription for Alan in the right eye. It's -3, -025, axis 158. Great.